people who had access to you didn't know how to handle you. And because they didn't know how to handle you, I don't want you to reduce your expectation of how you ought to be treated. See, people who don't understand the call on your life think your demand list is too long. They don't understand how valuable I am. I'm not for everybody. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Everybody don't get me. Everybody ain't gonna flow with me. Everybody can't connect with me. But this is my fertile season.
Your love, I need your time. When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be.
This is Robert Goodman, living our best lives. I'm very sorry that I could not go live with you because I was having difficulty with my computer on live, putting it live to you. So I'm recording this and I'll post it so you can hear what I have to say and see the expression on my face to know that it's coming from the heart. Forgiveness of our past in our situation. First, I want you to think about your brain as being a computer. From the time you were born, information is stored into your brain. The good things that happen in your life, the bad things that happen in your life, the traumas that happen in your life experiences that happened. You're learning things constantly and how you've learned them and not learned them and went through things. And all this information is stored into the brain. Constantly, our brain is receiving information about anything or everything that we come in contact with. So, when we had trauma in our past, that was very painful, which embedded into our brain. That pain was embedded into our brain because it was very traumatic. It hurt us deeply. Then we have the good times that gave us so much joy and happiness. And what happens is the good and the bad gets confused in our brain. Because there's that gray area. The good and bad mixing creates that gray area. And then we react on the information that's processed in our brain. If you've been in the military, you know that you learn to follow orders to get the job done, to get the mission done, to complete the mission. It's very vital that we complete this mission. This is all that we live for, to complete this mission. No matter what circumstances happen, we have to complete this. Whether you get hurt, whether you know that you're gonna die completing this mission, it has to get done. This is what's instilled in you. You have to get this done at the cost of your life. So whatever happens, whatever craziness, whatever sickness that you see, whatever killing you have to do, you do it to accomplish your goal. But then you have to live with what you've done. It's the same thing in addiction. Or just living life on life's terms. The trauma that we've had in the past are choices that we made that cause us to go down rabbit holes that we wish we never did. Decisions we made that would cause us to wish we didn't make them because certain circumstances got worse. We didn't make the right decision. We didn't see this coming, and we was blindsided. That's navigating through the noise of life. You have to understand that our brain also takes in information, but also protects the body from trauma. So what happens is, when something really bad happens and it hurt us deeply, then our defensive mechanism, that all the defenses that we learn to protect ourselves up to that point in our life, shoots out and operate. And the first thing happens is the things that we use to deal with the problems of the past, those are the first options that come into mind that lets us know that, oh, this will work. But it won't. Because the information in our brain, this is the first thing we use for this situation, so we're gonna go do it again. Because our minds and body telling us this is what we need to do, so we can feel safe again. But as we grow of learning more about ourselves and letting go of the past and understanding that the past is information to not make those mistakes again. Past mistakes is only information that you do not make those mistakes again. And you do, and you follow. Your life gets better. But here's an interesting thing now. People always want to deflect back to your past actions. Why? That means something is going on with them. See, you could be in recovery 20 years and you could have did something to somebody and circumstances look like you've done the same stuff over again, and boom, you did it. Just your past. That's what you did in the past. But here's the thing. How many people was in active addiction and came out and got into recovery and died clean and sober? How many people went to jail, got out, made their life better, and made mega bucks? How many people followed the medical direction of being when they're sick and come out better? They changed their behavior. But people always want to fall back onto the mistakes of the past with people, saying that they don't have the same type of attitude. Well, the interesting thing is, if you watch their actions tell you who they are and what they're doing. Their actions, not what you feel. If I go back and think about all the times that I thought that I was making the right decision or I was calling the right thing about somebody, and look back at how many times I made the mistake, because I looked at it in the wrong way. That tells me I need to keep the focus on myself. I need to keep the focus on myself to make me a better person. The only way I become better is I work on myself and navigate through the noise of life. And must put the past to bed so I can grow and not fall down the rabbit hole again. Take care of yourself. And the way you take care of yourself is watch yourself, protect yourself, watch yourself. Watch what you say, watch what you do. Understand why you say that and why you do that. Understand yourself. Understand the feelings that you feel. Do some research on yourself. That's hard. Doing a negative research on yourself is one of the most hardest things anybody could do. That's a step forward. But in living, we all need to do that. We all need to check our past and look it in the right light and see where we went wrong and why our minds thought that, what caused us to feel that way. It's just like I always say, until you understand why you picked up the first drug in the first time, then recovery is going to be a bumpy road. But if you understand why you picked up the drug in the first time, that means you've been doing the research on yourself. You've been doing the research on yourself. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Because in order for you to have the best life that you can live, you have to live it. You have to do the work. Life is not easy. People that are poor wish they was rich. But then people that are poor that got rich, most of them lost their money. Why? Because they didn't know how to navigate through the noise of life. As you become more blessings monetary, your vultures get more educated on how they approach you and how they come at you to get what you have. And people that do have money understand the nature of the vultures. They know they're dealing with educated, intelligent vultures that are only there for one reason, is to get your money and take what you have at all costs. Money is the greatest evil of the entire world. Wars are started by it. Families destroyed by it. Money. Money and sex. So, for me, living my best life is being true to myself. See, when I understand Robert, when I understand why Robert do this, when I understand Robert that, when I understand, then people can't come at me try to hit me from the past. Well, you was like this in the past, and you're like this now, or you're gonna do this now. Wait a minute now. What are you talking about? This is who I am today. This is me. This is the true me. But when I'm in my active addiction, that's the one you keep bringing up. I'm not that person. Because if I was the old person, you wouldn't like me. because I wouldn't care 2 bits about no one else but Robert. All you's a means to my end. That's the way I believed it. When I was in my active addiction, you're a means to my end. When I lived that lifestyle, you was a means to my end. To me, you wasn't human. You meant nothing to me. You're a means to my end. But when I came into recovery, I seen how messed up I was. I seen how my mind was. I was messed up. And the stuff I did was totally messed up. But I'll take a lot of that to my grave. Because it says if making amends means hurting someone else, then give it to God. Give it to a power greater than yourself. Because making amends means you don't make the other person suffer more than they've already suffered by your actions. Living our best life is working on self. The more you work on self, the more you know that you're imperfect and you make so many mistakes. I make so many mistakes, and that's just normal. Because why? Because I'm human. There's not a perfect person on this earth. There's not a person here on this earth that's better than anybody. But you can carry yourself like you're worse. If you don't love yourself and carry yourself with love and respect, then you become your worst enemy. If you live like you're homeless, then you get treated like you're homeless. If you act like you're the President of the United States, you have respect, you stand by your word, and you be ready to stand up, ready to fight, and stand up for your rights and who you are and where you're headed, then you're going to be respected. But if you just keep on existing or not moving forward or making yourself better or making your life better, then you're punishing yourself. Nobody's punishing you. Nobody's stopping you from being the best that you can be. No one. Because you have full control over who you are and what you can do. You are your worst enemy. I am my worst enemy. I know I am. And the only way that I can not be my worst enemy is I got to pay attention to myself and my actions. I have to pay attention to my actions because I can hurt myself way better than anybody in this world can. And what happens is that's what we do. When we done been hurt deeply from the past, we feel we're not good enough. We feel we're not a good enough parent. We feel that nobody loves us. We get this feeling. And then it's all our fault. And then we believe it's our fault. So you persecute yourself. Persecute yourself. Or how you was brought up caused you to look at life in the wrong way. Or you've experienced some trauma in your life that you've caused by putting yourself in harm's way. It doesn't matter what it is. In recovery, all we do is do one day at a time. See, that's the greatest thing about it. One day at a time. Do right one day at a time. Make a right decision one day at a time. One decision at a time. Approach each decision and do the right thing and do the next. Even if it's uncomfortable, because it's going to be uncomfortable. Doing the right thing is uncomfortable. Doing the wrong thing is easy. Doing the wrong thing is easy. Doing the right thing is hard because it's uncomfortable. Because we live in a world that self-gratification is more important than doing the right thing. Self-gratification is more important than doing the right thing. This is Robert Goodman, Living Our Best Lives. I have a new page on Facebook, Life in Recovery. Post whatever you want to post on there, laughs, jokes, selfies. I just want a light, this is a light page, positive, fun, sharing how recovery made you take care of yourself. You don't look tore up no more from the floor up. I knew I was tore up from the floor up. Now I gained weight, and I'm living good. I want to share this last point with you, and I'm going to let you go. Listen, life is short. You don't know when you're going to leave here. You don't have the rest of your life to accomplish what you need to accomplish for yourself. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. You're not going to know if you're going to get knocked down. You do not know this. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. So, I want you to understand this, is that start today. Every day I wake up, I start a new day. Every day I do the next right thing. Even though I don't even like it, I do it. It doesn't matter how much time you have in the program of recovery. It doesn't matter how much time all the things that you went through, because doing the next right thing is applying good, sound principles. You have a great day.